Okay, now I'm gonna walk you through all of the ingredients that came in the homebrew kit that I got from Bell's General Store. This did not come in my kit, but I can't help myself. Cheers. So today, the kind of where it all starts is when you open your box, you get some paperwork. And one of those items is basic brewing instructions. Probably the same instructions can be used for every beer, but then they kind of break it down and give you something that is more specific to the actual beer that you will be brewing. And for this one, it's the official clone recipe, and it kind of gives you all of the points of the temperature and the gravity that you're hoping to achieve throughout the process. And the most important feature is the handy dandy notes section. So it's super important to keep really good track of what you're doing every step of the way. That way, if you want to try it again, if for some reason something seems off, you can go back to see exactly maybe where you might have taken a wrong turn. So anyways, paperwork. Okay, here you have it. So these are all of the ingredients that came in the kit from Bell's General Store. And as you can see, there's a very large grain bag on the far right, and that is actually about twice the size of my head. And that is pretty much the mixture of all of the different malts that are going to go in the beer. And malt, as you know, is barley that has gone through the process of malting. And in this case, the instructions online said that you can request to have this done with a fine crush. And so my friends at the general store actually ran it through the mill a couple times for me to get that fine crush. Seems to be better for the brew in the bag process that I'll be doing at home. And then on the far left, you'll see another bag, and that is actually flaked oats. And then in front of it, we have a lot of different hop varieties. And so what I did is I broke them out into the 3 different times throughout the process that I'll be adding hops. So this first one right here will be added right during flame out, which is right when you put the flame out on your boil. And then this one right here will be my first dry hop, about 3 days after fermentation has started. And then finally that group right there will be our second dry hop. So in addition to these ingredients, I also was able to get some priming sugar, which will help for the bottling process, and then rice hulls, which I won't necessarily need because of the way that I'm brewing, but most recipes, they throw it in, I'm sure. It's part of the process. So there you have it. And then the only thing that I needed to purchase was I needed to purchase my yeast, and they actually have a recommendation for a certain type of yeast, and they were out of that one. So instead, they recommended something very similar. I'm going with the Bell's flagship yeast. And then I also picked up the tangerine peel. So it's dried tangerine peel that I will be adding to give my beer my own special flair.